Another really interesting story, not related to monogamy, but related to parenting and kind of relationship norms. A French nurse has placed an advertisement to rent out her breasts for parents who can't breastfeed their babies. She's offering her services at €100 per day, or about $132 a day. She describes herself as a young mother who is in good health, and she's put out the advertisement targeting gay couples. She's 29 years old. A lot of people in France really don't like this, in part because there is a lot of division in France, just kind of generically speaking, about gay rights and homosexuality. And she says, I am a young mother in full health, a trained nurse, 29 years old, and I am renting out my breasts to feed young babies. In one day, I can offer you up to a dozen feeds for your baby. Gay men and couples not able to breastfeed their babies are welcome. Breastfeeding allows babies to be in good health. Not clear if this is legal under French law. Experts are kind of divided on the opinion. It has raised questions about, infection from the woman to children or any of these types of things. You know what right-wingers are wondering, right? I'm already seeing it on the right-wing blogs. This is a slippery slope to prostitution. What is the difference between renting out breasts for milk and renting out a vagina? It's not really a slippery slope that's making sense to me, I have to admit. It seems pretty clear to me that renting out a vagina, if it is done for birth purposes, it's kind of already legal. You're kind of renting the whole womb. It's called surrogacy. And if it's for sexual purposes, then it's a very different thing than renting out breasts for breastfeeding. What's your thought on something like this? Both kind of socially and culturally and ethically, but also just from a logistical standpoint. She says she's a young mother. Presumably she has a child of her own that she is nursing. I don't know that much about breastfeeding, as people who watch this show probably know, especially if you remember that incident from a couple of summers ago. But putting that aside, is 12 times a day in addition to her own responsibilities to maybe a child? Is this reasonable? I just honestly have no idea. And this is really where we could certainly use a female or otherwise informed voice on this subject before I get into more trouble related to comments and theories I make about breastfeeding, which of course I fully support. I have no problem at all with breastfeeding in public and all that stuff. I just had that incident, if people don't remember, a couple summers ago where I was on a flight next to a child that I thought seemed a little too old to be breastfeeding. He was very articulately asking for turkey sandwiches and potato chips, muffins, and fruit. And in between each serving was asking for breast milk. It struck me as someone that was too old to be breastfeeding. I made the comments. A whole bunch of women's groups flipped out on me, and that's kind of where things stood. So that's the story. You can certainly look up the clip if it is of interest to you. But anyway, back to our main topic, renting out breasts. Your thoughts? Let me know.